You have also joined. We have already started Trigo yesterday. Okay, yes. Okay, then we will continue this chapter. So yesterday we have done the theorem theta is equal to L by R, and we have solved some questions on the basis of that. Okay. Next, we have some more problems. Okay. So we have a formula. This one. Whenever you need to let some terms, when the terms are in AP, we will assume in this way, A minus D, A, and A plus D. Okay. Whenever we need to assume an AP, we need to assume terms from the AP, then we will use this one. You can solve the question directly, but if you will use this one, then it will reduce your calculation. Okay, we will check. First of all, we will check one question. So, for example, this one. This is not 10. This is 3 angles of a triangle. Okay, this is 3 angles of a triangle are in AP. The number of degrees in the least is to the number of radians in the greatest as 6 raised to pi. Find the angles in degrees. Okay, question number 4. Please try to do this question and I will help you. Okay, please try this question number 4. This is not 10, this is 3. 3 angles of a triangle are in AP. The number of degrees in the least to the number of radians in the greatest as 6 raised to pi. Find the angles in degrees. So in this question, in question 4, first we need to assume the angle. Okay, so it depends on you. You can assume any value, for example, x1, x2, x3, or as per the next slide. Okay, as per this slide, you can assume the values as a minus d, a, and a plus d. This will help you. This will decrease your calculation. Okay? We will try this. So, for example, in this question number 4, we will assume the angles as, okay, I will write here. Let the angles be a minus d degree, okay, a degree, and a plus d degree. We are assuming the angle in this way. We have assumed the angle in degree, not in radian. Okay, so you can say that the angle can be x1, x2, and x3. You can say like this, or you can assume the angle like this: a minus d degree, a degree, a plus d degree. Okay, so these are the 3 angles of a triangle. Now, we will put the condition which is there, but please tell me that if we will add these 3 angles, a minus d plus a plus a plus d, okay, then what will be the result? Anyone can tell me if we are adding the 3 angles of a triangle, what will be the answer? Sum of 3 angles, 180. Very good. Okay. So the sum of 3 angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Now, what will happen if you will add this? D will cancel out. You will get a 3a. 3a will give you 180 degree, and finally a will give you 60. So we get a is equal to 60 degrees. Okay, so these are the three angles. We get the value of A. Now we just need to find the value of D, and then we can find all the three angles. Now we will put the condition. What is the condition? The number of degrees in the least to the number of radians in the greatest as this. Okay, now can you please tell me which is the minimum angle here? A minus D is the least value. Okay, and A plus D have the maximum value. Now, what we need to find the ratio of number of degrees in the least. So we need to write the least in degree, okay, to the number of radians in the greatest. So here in the denominator, the angle should be in radian. Now this is degree. How can we convert this 1 plus d degree into radian? We can multiply with pi by 180.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we will write like this: a minus d by a plus d into pi by 180. Okay. This is equal to what? 60 by pi. 60 by pi. I don't have so much of a space. Okay, so I'm just cancel out these terms. So this cancel 180 will be shift in the numerator. I will write over here. Okay, I don't have space. A minus d into this is 180 by a plus d, and this is equal to 60. So cancel out this 61, 63. Now you already have the value of A. You can cross multiply this. You can put 60 in place of A. You can find the value of D. Whatever the value of D you will get, put over here. Okay, you will get your answer. So in this question, we have checked that the angles were in AP. That's why we have assumed this value. Now what happens if we will take the angle as x1, x2, and x3? Then we need to apply the formula of AP. Then we need to make two equations, then we find the value of both the variables. So advantage of taking these angle is whenever you will add this, they will cancel out and you will get only a. Okay, so whenever in a question they ask you to assume the numbers and they say that the numbers are in AP, then please use the values which are given in the next slide. This one. If you will use any of these values, D will always cancel out and the only terms remain will be A. Okay, so the advantage of assuming the value like this is D will cancel out and you will always get A whenever you will add all these values. You can solve the question directly also. So if you wish, you can solve the previous question directly. But if you will assume the values like this, then your calculation will reduce. Okay, so first of all, please note down this, how to assume angles when they are in AP. Please note down all these values, then try the previous question. Okay. Please note down this, confirm me, then I will change the slide. Please message me once this is done.
Done, sir.
Okay, Isra. Utvika, please confirm.
1 second, sir.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay. Now, please try this question. Question number 4. Okay. Three angles of a triangle are in AP. The number of degrees in the least with the number of radians in the greatest as 60 to pi. find the angle in degrees. Okay. And please let me know if you have any doubt in this question.
So which question should we do?
Yusra, please do question number 4. Okay. I have already given the hint over here. Please use it. This has been Utvika and Yusra.
I'm doing, sir.
Okay. Utvika, very good. This is correct. Yusra, this is completed.
Yes, sir.
So doing.
Okay, Yusra, please let me know if you are facing any issue here. Okay, yes, Yusra, I have some network issue. Okay, then we will start the next topic. Okay, so this is clear, Utvika. Whenever you need to assume 3 terms, you will assume these. Whenever you need to assume 4 terms, you will assume like this. 5 terms, this one, 6, this. This okay?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Now next one. Next is sign of trigonometric ratios or functions. Okay. In different quadrants. Okay. So the topic is sign of trigonometric ratios or functions in different quadrants. Now till class 10, whatever the angle you were getting, that is from 0 to 90. That's why there is no need for this topic. Okay, but in class 11th, you have an angle in first quadrant, that means 0 to 90, between 90 to 180, from 180 to 270, from 270 to 360. Okay, so what we will do, we will, for example, suppose this is 0 degree. Just give. So we will do a derivation for this. Now this is 0 degree. Okay, at 90 in 0, you will get a 90 degree. Now add again 90 in this, what you will get?
180.
180, very good. Again add 90, you will get 270, very good. Again add 90, 360. Okay, so this is 0 degree or 60 degree. This is the same thing. Then you have a 90, 180, 270, 360. Again, if you will add a 90 here, you will get a 450, then 540 and so on. Okay, so these are the angles. Now we will check that how the sign of trigonometric ratios vary in all these quadrants. Okay, so for example, if we will take a point, this, let this point be P. This is suppose X comma Y. Okay, and we have this theta. This line, the first quadrant. Let this be PM. Let this be O. Then can you tell me that what is this? This point is X comma Y. So can you tell me that what is this one? We can say this is X. And what is this? This is Y. Okay, this is the hypotenuse. So that means under root of X square plus Y square. And we will write this as R. Okay, Utvika? Now, first, if we will check in the first quadrant, then R is always positive. R is always positive. In any of the quadrant, R will remain positive because R is under root of X square plus Y square. So we have a square. If suppose X or Y are in X and Y are in negative, then if you will do the square of this, it will become positive. So R will remain positive. Now in the first quadrant, can you tell me what is X, positive or negative? Positive. Why?
Negative.
Why negative?
Or positive.
Y is also positive. Okay. Now, please tell me what is the formula of sine theta? Sine theta is perpendicular by. What is sine theta? Perpendicular by. Utvika, what is the formula? Perpendicular by hypotenuse.
And then goes to 1 by cos theta.
Yes, there's some issue with your mic, Utvika. This is clear. Sine theta is equal to P by H.
Okay, sir. Now can you, sir, am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Utvika, you can reply me on the chat box, okay, if you are facing any mic issue. And Yusra, please let me know if my voice is audible. Yusra, my voice is audible. Please reply me on the chat box. Okay, Yusra, very good. Utvika, please reply me on the chat box. Okay, okay. So Yusra, you have completed the previous question. Okay, I will do this. Hotvika, just give me 2 minutes. Okay, first I will complete this one, then we will start next. So Hotvika, sorry, Yusra, in the fourth one, we have assumed the angle as a minus d, a and a plus d degree. Then we have said that the number of degrees in the least means a minus d, to the greatest a plus d, and this is in radian. So that means pi by 180, we will write it over here. And this is equal to 60 by pi. Okay, pi will cancel out. This will give you 3. Multiply this, 3a minus 3d is equal to a plus d. If this a, so this will become 2a and this is equal to 4d. Now, Yusra, what is the value of a? That is 60. We have already defined this. This is equal to 4 into d. So this was 120, so d will become 30. Okay, we have already found out that a is 60 in the previous steps. We have already found that a is 60. So what is the angle? Angle is a minus d. So that means 60 minus 30, which is 30. A, that means 60. A plus d, that means 90. Yusra, this clear? This is clear, Yusra? Okay, very good. Yusra, please note down this, confirm me. Then we will start the next topic. Okay, very good. Now we will check the next one. So next, this you have already noted. So please remember, if the terms are in AP, then you can solve the question directly, but it is better if you will assume the values in this way. Okay, what happens this way? If you will add all these, then always the D will cancel out and you will get value of A. Okay. Now, next our topic is sign of trigonometric ratios or functions in different quadrants. In class 10th, you have solved the question. In class 10th, you have done the trigonometry, but where there the angle was between 0 and 90. So there was never any necessity of this topic. But in class 11th, we have an angle which can be more than 90, less than 180, between 180 and 270, between 270 and 360. Okay, so that's why we need the sign of trigonometric ratios in the different quadrants. So first of all, we will talk about the first quadrant. This is our first quadrant. So what we have done, Yusra, here, we have assumed we have taken a point P, which is x comma y. So if this is x comma y, then this base will be x and this perpendicular will be y. We have taken this r, this is the hypotenuse, x squared plus y squared. We have denoted this with r. R is equal to under root of x squared plus y squared. Now, if we will talk about the angle, then this is 0 degree, this is 90 degree, this is 180 degree, and this is 270 degree. You will again add a 90 here, you will get a 360. This is clear, Yusra? Okay, very good. Now we will talk about the formulas. Now sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay, you already know this is your class 10th formula. Sine theta is perpendicular by hypotenuse. Now, Yusra, please tell me, in the first quadrant, what is the perpendicular here? Uh, 90. Yusra, what's a perpendicular? We have this triangle POM, this one. In this triangle, what is the perpendicular? Y. Perfect. Okay. And what is the hypotenuse? R. Perfect. Now, Yusra, can you tell me this Y is positive or negative? In the first quadrant? Very good. This is positive. And this R, this is positive or negative? R is also positive. So positive by positive. So sign will be what? Positive or negative? Positive. Very good. Hutvika, this clear? The sine theta is positive in the first
Yes,
quadrant.
sir.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. Next, Hutvika, please tell me this one. What is cos theta? It is base by hypotenuse. Is
It
correct?
is. Yes, sir.
Okay, now what is the base in this triangle?
X.
X, very good. What is the hypotenuse?
R.
R, very good. So X is positive or negative in the first quadrant?
X is positive.
Positive, very good. What is R, positive or negative?
Positive. Positive.
Positive. So positive by positive is positive.
Positive.
Now next is tan theta. So tan theta is what? Perpendicular by base. Now Hutvika, please tell me what is a perpendicular?
Y.
Very good. What's the base?
X.
Very good. Y is positive or negative?
Positive.
Very good. What is X?
Positive.
Very good. This is equal to what? Positive.
Positive. Yes.
So that means in the first quadrant, sine, cos, and tan, these three are positive. In the first quadrant, sine is positive, cos is positive, and tan is positive. Okay. Now, what is a cosec? Can we say that cosec is 1 by sine? Isra, your voice is not audible. Please reply me in the chat box. Utvika,
Yes, sir.
can we say cosec is 1 by sine? Okay. Now the sine is positive in the first quadrant. Okay, Isra, I got your message. Okay, this is positive. That's why cosec is also positive. Similarly, sec theta is equal to 1 by cos. Okay, this positive, this is also positive. Next is cot is equal to 1 by tan. This positive, this also positive. Okay, so that means in the first quadrant, all the trigonometric ratios are positive. Sine, cos, tan, cosec, sec, and cot. Okay, so you need to remember all these formulas. I will give you a shortcut to remember this one. Okay, so please note on this. Then we will start. We will check with the second quadrant.
Okay, sir.
Done, sir.
Okay, so very good.
Done, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, now we will talk about the second quadrant, that which ratios are positive or negative in the second quadrant. Okay, so okay, Hudvika, please tell me if we will go in the second quadrant. Okay, so in second quadrant, X is what, positive or negative? In a coordinate geometry, in a second quadrant, X is what, negative or positive?
Positive.
No, no, no. Hudvika, always check in this way. This is your x-axis. Okay, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is the origin. Yeah, Yusra, you are correct. So if you will go in the right direction, then x is positive. If you will go in the upward direction, y is positive. If you will go in the downward direction, y is negative. If you will go to the left, then x is negative. This clear, Rutvika?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now can you tell me this x is what? Negative or positive?
Negative.
Very good, negative. Y is what? Positive or negative? The second quadrant?
Second quadrant, y
This
is
one? Yes, Yusra, you are correct. Rutvika, in this quadrant, this, yeah, this is the origin. So this is upper part, positive.
positive.
Okay, so sine theta is again that y by r, y is positive, r is positive. Final answer will be
Positive.
positive. Very good. Cos theta, b by h, b x is what? Negative, r is positive. Final answer is
Negative.
very good. Next is tan theta. Tan theta is what? P by b. So y is positive, x is negative. Final answer is
Negative.
negative. Cosec is 1 by sine. Sine is positive. We have already found out here. So that means cosec is also positive. Sec is what? 1 by cos. Cos is negative. So 1 by negative is again negative.
Negative.
Cot is what? Tan is negative. So this is negative. So that means in the second quadrant, okay, R will always remain positive. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So in the second quadrant, sine is positive and its reciprocal is positive. Remaining all the ratios are negative. Okay, so remember like this in the second quadrant, sine is positive and its reciprocal, that is cosec is positive, remaining all the ratios are negative. Yes, Yusra.
How do we know that if R is positive or negative?
Okay, R. Very good. So, Yusra, if you will check here, then R is under root of x square plus y square. There's a square on x and y both. So if you will put a negative here, it will become positive. So R will always remain positive. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. So this is clear to everyone that in the second quadrant, sine is positive and its reciprocal. Remaining all are negative. Okay, so always remember in this way that, okay, in the first quadrant, all are positive. In the second, sine is negative. If sine is negative, then it's reciprocal. Whatever the reciprocal of sine, that will be positive. Remaining all the ratios will be negative. Okay, so please note down this for the second quadrant. Note down this, sine and cos positive. Other ratios are negative. Okay, and you can note down this complete one and confirm me, then we will check for the third quadrant. Okay.
Done, sir.
Bhautika, this one.
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, very good. Now we will check for the third quadrant. Okay. Now, okay, now in the third quadrant, this is the third quadrant. Bhautika, can you tell me in the third quadrant, x is what? Negative or positive? Ruthika, in the third quadrant, x is what? Negative or positive? This is the third quadrant. Here.
Sir, is it positive?
Why positive? Ruthika, please check here. This is the third quadrant, okay? This is the x-axis. This is the origin. We are going
It's
left,
negative, sir.
negative. Very good.
Negative left side. Sir.
And what is y?
Why? Sir, is it 270 lines or it is negative?
Negative. Very good. Okay. Because this is the origin, we are going to downwards. That's why there's negative.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Now sine theta is p by h, y by, okay. R is positive or negative?
Sir, you said it's positive throughout.
Yeah. R is always positive because there is a square, x square plus y square. Okay. Now sine theta is p by h. What is y? Y is negative. R is positive. So sine we will get negative. Cos is what? X is negative. R is positive. We will get a negative. Tan is what? Y negative, x negative. This will give us positive. Sine, okay. Cosec is 1 by sine. Sine is what? Negative. We will get a negative. Cos is negative. That's why sec is negative. Tan is positive. So cot is positive. So remember in this way that in the third quadrant, tan is positive. Okay, you can check here. In the third quadrant, tan is positive. That's why its reciprocal will also be positive. So tan and cot both are positive. Remaining all the ratios are negative in the third quadrant. This clear? Ruthika and Yusra, this clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So don't remember which are negative. Okay. Remember which are positive. Remaining are negative. So in the third quadrant, tan is positive. So that means its reciprocal, that this cot will also be positive and the remaining one will be negative. So in the third quadrant, what happened? Tan and cot positive, other are negative. Okay. So please note on this, confirm me, then we will check for the last fourth quadrant.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Yusra, very good. Ruthika, this time?
Sir, 1 second, sir. I'm writing.
Okay, okay.
Done, sir.
Very good. Okay, now we'll check for the fourth quadrant. This is the fourth quadrant. Yusra, will you please tell me x is negative or positive in the fourth quadrant?
Sir, X is positive.
Very good. Y,
Negative.
very good. R,
Positive.
very good. R will always be positive. Okay. Y negative, R positive, so sign is negative. X positive, R positive, so this is positive. Y negative, R this positive, so this will negative. Now 1 by sine, what is sine? Negative. So cosec will be negative. Cos is positive, so sec is positive. Tan is negative, so cot is also negative. So if you will check this, then that means cos is positive. That's why it's reciprocal, that is sec is positive, and remaining all the ratios will be negative. Okay. Please note down this and let me know if you have any doubt in this one. Okay. Now we have this fourth quadrant. Here cos and sec are positive, other are negative. So please note down this.
Done, sir.
Okay, very good. Mitra, this done. Okay. So the next is we will summarize the results. Okay. So remember in this way, this is your first quadrant, this is your second quadrant, this is third quadrant, and this one is fourth quadrant. So remember in this way that all school to college. Okay. You all will move from school to college. Okay. So please remember in this way, all school to college. Okay. In this one, in this direction, anti-clockwise, all school to college. All means all ratios are positive. S means sine is positive. So if sine is positive, then what is the reciprocal of sine?
Cosec.
Cosec. So if sine is positive, then it's mean its reciprocal is also positive, that is cosec, and remaining ratios are negative. Okay. Now T stands for
Tan.
tan. So tan is positive, its reciprocal, that is cot. This is also positive. Now C means cos is positive and its reciprocal, that means sec. This is also positive. So remember in this way, all school to college, and remember if sine is positive, then its reciprocal will also be positive. Similarly for tan and cot and cos and sec. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Rutvika, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will use all these results in our questions. Shall we start next?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now next is trigonometric ratios of minus theta in terms of theta. Okay, this is our next formula. Suppose we have this one. Remember one thing, there's a standard notation for the angles. Okay, so that means what? If the angle is measured in clockwise direction like this, then the angle will be negative. If the angle measured in anti-clockwise direction, then the angle will be positive. Okay, if the angle is measured in clockwise direction, it will be taken as negative. If the angle will be measured in anti-clockwise direction, it will be taken as positive. Okay, so we will use these results over here. And the next slide, we have a complete statement for this one, negative and positive. Okay, so this is a clockwise direction. We will take the angle as negative. Anti-clockwise, we will take the angle as positive. Okay, in the next slide, you can note down the complete statement regarding these two. Okay, so now suppose this is the first quadrant. Suppose we have this point P. We will join this one. Okay, let this be P. This is our origin. This is the reference. X-axis is our reference. We will measure the angle from x-axis. So we will measure in this direction. So user, can you tell me this direction is what, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. So angle will be taken as positive or negative?
Negative.
Anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise is positive or negative?
Yeah, positive.
Positive. Okay. So always the anti-clockwise direction, we will take the angle as positive. So that means theta. Here the angle we have taken as theta. Now this is x comma y. Okay. Now if we will draw, suppose this is 60 and with the same measurement, we draw an angle here. Okay. Let this be P dash. Now this angle is measured in this direction. So user, can you tell me this is negative or positive?
Negative.
This is negative minus theta. Okay, very good. Now if this is x comma y, then what is this? This will be x and this will be y. And similarly, if you will talk about this will be x and this coordinate will be minus y. Now, first of all, we will check for sine theta. Sine theta is what? Perpendicular by hypotenuse. Okay, again, we have a r here, which is under root of x squared plus y squared. X squared plus y squared. Now, what is a perpendicular here? Y. And what is hypotenuse? R. So sine theta is equal to y by r. Second, we will find out the cos theta, which is what? B by h. So base is what? X. Hypotenuse is r. Third, we will say about the tan theta. So tan theta is what? P by b. Now, what is perpendicular? Y, and what is base? X. Now we will talk about this one, this triangle. Here we will take the angle as sine minus theta. Okay, if we will talk about this, then formula will remain as it is, P by h. And what is a perpendicular? We will take it as minus y. And what is a hypotenuse? It will remain r. If we will find the hypotenuse here, it will become x square plus minus y square. So it will remain as it is r. So we get this sine minus theta is equal to P by h, which will give us minus y by r. So Yusra and Hutika, this is clear up to here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Hutika, what is y by r? We have already found out here. So minus theta, this is equal to, what is y by r? Sine theta.
Yes, sir.
So in place of y by r, can we write sine theta?
Yes, sir.
So we get this formula that sine minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. Okay, Yusra, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will check the second result. Second one. Second is we have a cos theta, cos minus theta. Okay, cos minus theta means we are talking about this one. So this also b by h. What is the base here? Base is x. What is the hypotenuse? R. So that means cos minus theta is equal to, what is x by r? Cos theta. So cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. Third, if we will check, we have a tan minus theta. So this is equal to what? Perpendicular by base. What is the perpendicular? Minus y. What is the base? X. So tan minus theta is equal to what is y by x? Tan theta. So we get this formula. The tan minus theta is equal to minus y by x. So we get this one. Okay. So there's no need Okay. Just give me a minute. I will write some more formulas. Then you can note down all these. Now, fourth one, similarly, if we will find the cosec minus theta, sorry. Okay, so we can write cosec minus theta means 1 by sine minus theta. Okay. And you already know that sine minus theta is what? Minus sine theta. So you can say that 1 by minus sine theta is minus cosec theta. Similarly, fifth one, for this sec, just give me a minute. The next one, fifth, we have sec minus theta. This is equal to, again, 1 by cos minus theta. And we know that cos minus theta is what? Cos theta. Okay, so that means sec theta. So that means sec minus theta is equal to sec theta. Now the last is cot minus theta. So this we can write 1 by tan minus theta. We can say this is 1 by minus tan theta. And 1 by tan theta is what? Minus cot theta. Okay, so we have these 6 formulas. Okay, so you can now note down these from here. Cos minus theta is cos theta. Sec minus theta is sec theta. Sine minus theta is minus sine theta. Cosec minus theta is cosec. Sorry, this is minus cosec theta. Okay. Then tan minus theta is minus tan theta. Cot minus theta is minus cot theta. So we have these 6 formulas, and the derivation we have already done over here. So any doubt, Yusra and Hudvika in this?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Then please note down this, confirm me, then we will start the next topic. Yusra and Hudvika, this done?
Just a minute.
Okay.
Done, sir.
Okay, very good.
Done, sir.
Yeah, okay, very good. Next. Next is angle convention, which we have just discussed that if angle is measured in clockwise direction, it will be taken as negative, and anti-clockwise, it will be taken as positive. Okay, so you can note down the statement from here. Anti-clockwise angles are taken with positive sign. Clockwise angles are taken with negative sign. Okay. Let me know once
Done,
this
sir.
is done. Okay. Hudvika, this time.
So 1 second, sir. Done, sir.
Okay, very good. Now, please remember the values for the angles, the value ratio, trigonometric ratios for different angle. Okay, you have already done that in class 10. So please note down all and remember, learn all the values again. So sine 0 is what? Anyone can tell me what is sine 0 degree? No? Okay, we will check all the values. Okay, this is 0. Then we have a 30. Then we have 45. Then we have,
Is there
yes.
any easier way to learn all these?
Sorry, Yusra.
Is there any way, like any easier way to learn this?
To learn this, okay, we will check that. Okay, so we have a sine, we have a cos, and we have a tan. Okay, so first sine value you need to learn. Okay, remaining cos and tan we can derive from sine. This first value you need to learn. So sine 0 is 0. Okay, sine 30 is 1 by 2. Sine 45 is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. And sine 90 is 1. Okay, so this value you need to learn. There's no shortcut to remember to learn the sine value. So 0, 1 by 2, 1 by root 2, root 3 by 2, and 1. This you need to learn. After this, whenever you need to find the cos, then please write this in the opposite way. Start from here, 1, then this root 3 by 2, then this 1 by root 2, then this 1 by 2, and then 0. This clear? Utvika and Yusuf?
Yes, sir.
Utvika, this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, next we will write tan here. Now, what is tan? You know that tan is sine by cos.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, yeah, okay, tan is sine by cos. So if we need to find the value of tan, then we will, what we will do? Divide this, sine by cos, 0 by 1. What is 0 by 1?
0.
0, very good.
0.
Now tan 30, divide this. This is root 3 by 2, okay? Divide this, 1 by
1 by root 3.
1 by
root
root
3.
3.
Very good, divide this. We will get,
1. 1.
okay,
1.
then this one,
Root 3.
very good. This one. In the denominator, we are getting a 0, so that means not.
Okay, sir.
Okay, in the denominator, we never have a 0. Now here we are getting, so we will write a not different. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
so sine this value you need to learn. For the remaining one, you can write in this way. Next, we will check for the other values. So other we have a cosec. Now, what is a cosec? It is 1 by sine.
Yes, sir.
So here we have a 0. So this become 1 by 0. Again, in denominator, we have a 0. So not defined. This value is what? Reciprocal of this 2.
2.
This is what? Reciprocal of this root 2.
2 by root 3.
This is what? 2 by root 3. Very good. And this is what? 1. Again 1. This clear, Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next is sec. So divide this. 1 by 1 is 1. This is what? 2 by root 3.
2 by root
This is what? 2 by 1. This is what? 2. And this is again 1 by 0. So not defined.
No.
Finally, we have a cot. So cot is what? 1 by tan. Okay, 1 by 0. So this will give us not defined. Next, we have this root 3.
3.
Then we have 1. Then 1 by root 3.
3.
And now, if you will check this, cot is what? Can we say cot is cos by sine?
Cot.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Cot cos by sine. So cos is what? 0? 0 by 1. What is 0 by 1?
0.
0.
So that's it. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So for the meantime, you can remember the values like this, but in the long run, you need to learn all these values. Okay, slowly it will. Okay, okay, then please note on this. Then we will start the next topic. Please let me know once this is done, then we will start the next one.
Done, sir.
That's
Okay, very good. Now we will check the next topic. Now these are some standard angles. Okay, so we will learn the values from 0 to 90 only. Now what happens if we will get an angle which is greater than 90? For example, 120. Okay, 150. You can get an angle up to 1000 also. So we will check the method by which we can find all the angles, find the values of the trigonometric ratios having angle more than 90. There's a method for that. We will discuss that method later on. But now the issue is most of the time I've seen that the student get confused in this one. This is 0. Okay. And second thing is you need to learn some angles in radian, which are the standard angle. For example, for 30, we have a pi by 6, pi by 6. For 90, we have a pi by 2. Okay, so please start learn those values. We have 0, we have 90, we have 180, we have a 270, and we have a 360. Okay, again, if you will add 90, we will get a 450 and so on. So I have observed that most of the time students get confused that what is the value at 0 and 180. They remember the value at 0 and 90, but what about the 180 and 270? They get confused. So there is a method to remember this. First of all, please tell me what is the value for sine 0? What is sine 0? Sine 0 is what? Sine 0 is 0. Very good. Now, what is the tan 0?
0.
Tan 0 is 0. Now, what is the cosec 0? Check this paper. What is the cosec 0?
Not defined.
Not defined. Next, we have one more value, cot. What is the cot 0?
Not defined.
Cot 0 is also not defined. So this clear. Now, the remaining two ratios are cos 0. Can you tell me what is the value of cos 0?
1.
Very good. Next is 6 0. What is the value of 6 0? Just 1. Once we get this clear, up to here. Once we get this clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So these values we have taken from this table. Now, if we will go on the left side of this, so left side of 0 is 180. Okay, this is 0. Left side is 180. Now, what will happen here if we will find the sine 180? We'll find all these values. Sine 180. We will find tan 180. We will find cosec 180. We will find cot 180. Okay. If you will find all these values, these will remain the same which are given over here. So that means 0, 0, not defined, and not defined. Only the change will occur, the values which are there for 1. So that means cos 180 degree will become -1 because it is on the left side. Similarly, sec 180, this also becomes a -1 because this is on the left side. So you need to remember like this, that if you will go on the left side, then whatever the values we are getting for 1, that will change its sign. So if it is 1, here it will become -1. Other values will remain the same. This clear? Both can use rough.
Yes, sir.
Both this clear?
Yes, sir.
Because most of the time students do this mistake. They write cos 0, 1, they write cos 180 also 1. This is not correct. So remember in this way that 0 is on the right. So whatever the values you have 1, for the angle which you have values 1, that become opposite, that become -1. And same valid for 90 and 270. Only the values which are there for 1. So for example, if you will check the sine 90, what is sine 90?
1.
Very good. What is cosec 90?
1.
Very good. Both this clear? Both this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So if I will find the value for sine 270, this will be this what?
-1.
Very good. Great. And this one, cosec 270?
-1.
Very good. -1.
So, sir, it will just turn
Okay.
into negative. That's it.
Yes, it will just, yes, it will convert into a negative. Whatever the values we have there for 1, it become minus 1. Remaining will remain the same. For example, if you will check the cos 90, what's the value of cos 90?
0.
Very good. What's the value of cot 90?
0.
Very good. What's the value of tan 90?
Not defined.
Very good. What's the value of sec 90?
Not defined.
Very good. So if we will go over here 270, then this cos 270, this cot 270, this tan 270, this sec 270. All these values will remain as it is, which was over here. So this will become 0, 0, not defined, and this is also not defined. This clear? What you can use now?
Yes, sir.
Bothvika, this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so please remember this because most of the time students do the mistake in 270 and right. Okay, so it's your wish. You can note down this and confirm me. Then we will start the next topic. Okay.
Done, sir.
Done,
Very
sir.
good. Okay, very good. Okay, then we will start the next topic. Okay, values of trigonometric ratios having angle greater than 90. Okay, we are discussing about this. So whenever we have an angle which is greater than 90, then there's a particular method to find the value of that. So, okay, we will write in this way. Whatever the angle you are getting, we will convert that into this form, 90 into n plus minus theta. T means trigonometric ratio. Okay, that means sine cos, that depends on the question. For example, that means if we are getting like this, sine 120 degree, and we will convert that in this form. So how can we write this? Sine 90 into 1 plus 30 degree. This is clear. Both we can use. Utvika and Yusra, this clear?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
so whatever the angle you're getting, always write this at in the form of 90 into 1 plus minus. So here we have a plus, sometime we will get a minus. Now, please check this one. Check this number. So that means check this n. This n can be even number or odd number. So for example, if we have this sine 210, 210. So how can we write this? Sine 90 into 2. So that means 180 plus 30 degree. Okay, so here this is even, here this is odd. So depending on the n, so for example, if n is odd, this case, if n is odd, then sine will change into cos and cos will change into sine. This clear? So what is our first step? First of all, we need to convert the question into this form, 90 into n plus minus theta. This is a very simple type of questions. Okay, these are not tough questions. These are very simple and interesting questions. So first of all, we will write this in the form of 90 into n plus minus theta. We have two scenarios.
Sir,
First, yes.
that is minus plus theta, right?
Yes, that is plus minus theta. Okay, so we have two scenarios. First is n can be odd or even. So first of all, we will consider the case when n is odd, then the sign will change it to cos. So what does that mean? That means, for example, here we will check. We will first of all write in this form. We will check this. This is what sign will change into cos. Okay, and if we have a cos here, if in the question we have a cos, then cos will change into sine. This clear? Yusra and Utika?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now next is tan will change into cot. So suppose, for example, if we have a question like this, tan 90 into 1 plus 30 degree. Okay. So in this one, tan will change into cot. And sec will change into cos. If we have a sec, that will change into cosec. So if we have a question like this, sec 90 into 1 plus 30, and this will change into cosec. Okay. Now, after this, what we will write here, cos theta. What is the theta here? This is theta. Please compare these two. Here we have a theta, here we have 30. That's why we will write here 30 degree. Similarly, here we will write as 30 degree. Here we will write as 30 degree. This clear? This fine, Hutika?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hutika, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, finally, you need to put a sign over here. The sign will depend on the quadrant. Okay, so for the quadrant, we need to check the angle. This is 120 degree. So we have a 0, we have a 90, we have a 120, and we have a 270 and 360. Okay, now can you tell me this 120, why this is 120? This is 180. Okay. Now can you tell me this 120 line which quadrant?
Second quadrant.
Very good. Utvika, this clear? Second quadrant?
Yes, sir. Second quadrant.
Okay, now in this, now you need to check the original ratio, this one. So in the second quadrant, this original ratio sign, this is what, positive or negative?
Positive.
Sign is positive. We have already done that method, all is school to college. So in the second quadrant, sign is positive. So this is positive, that's why here we will write a positive. Okay. Original ratio will decide the sign. This clear? Potvika, Yusra?
Yes, sir.
Now
Okay,
please,
sir. Yes, sir.
now please check here. This was also 120, so this also lie in the second quadrant. Now tan will decide the sign. Tan is negative or positive in the second quadrant?
Negative.
Negative. So we will put a negative here. Sec is what? Positive or negative in the second quadrant?
Negative.
Negative. So we will put a negative here. This clear? Utvika? Utvika, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the first case where n is odd. So what we need to do, first of all, we will write the question in this form. We will check n is odd, then sign will change it to cos. And finally, we will put a sign that depends on the angle and on the original ratio. Original ratio will decide the sign. Now we will check the second case. Second is n is even. Now what happens when n is even? Trigonometric ratios will remain the same. So that means sign will remain the same. If we will check this, we have this sine 210 degree. We can write this as 90 into 2 plus 30. Okay. Now this is even. So sine will remain sine. So we will write sine 30 degree. If this is even, sine will remain sine. If this is odd, sine will change into cos. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Kodvika, this clear? Kodvika, this clear? Okay. Now again, the sign will be decided by the original ratio. Now 210 lie in which quadrant? 210 lie in
Third quadrant.
third quadrant. Okay, so in the third quadrant, sign is what? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Okay, in the third quadrant, sign is negative, so we will put a negative sign here. We already know the value of sine 30, which is 1 by 2, so we will write minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this method is clear. Both you can use it.
Yes, sir.
Both you guys, this clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So,
so
sir,
yes,
in
yes.
everything we have to write it in terms of 90 into something, right?
Yes, always we need to convert this into 90 into n plus minus theta.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay. Uh, please note down this, confirm me, then we will try some questions. Okay, there's no need to note down this example. Just note down this and we will try some questions.
Sir,
Yes, Vishwa.
So if we have any negative number in place of theta, like if we have 90 into something minus 30 degree,
Okay.
so will it cause any difference in our answer? Like
No,
that won't decide the sign, right?
yes. So for example, this one. Okay. We will again go step by step. This is even, so sine will remain sine. We will write sine 30 degree. Okay. We will check this line which quadrant, in which quadrant this will lie. 90 into 2 minus 30. 90 into 2 means 180. Okay, this is 180.
Second quadrant.
Second quadrant, where you are subtracting something. The second quadrant sign is what? Positive. So this remain positive. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Please let me know if you have completed this one, and you can start some question. Udvika, can you scroll this time?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Udvika, this time?
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay, good. Okay, now we will start some questions, but not with this. This is somewhat difficult question. We will take a very simple question. For example, we have sine 150 degree. Okay, Udvika, please tell me what's the method? Okay, I will give you a very simple method. Whatever the angle you are getting, always divide that angle with 90. Okay, so 91, 90, we get a remainder. So we will write this like this: sine 90 into 1 plus 60 degree. This clear? You sign out, Vika?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so whatever the angle you're getting, always divide that by 90 and write in this way 90 into this number plus remainder. Now, Bodhvika, please tell me, this is odd. So sign will change into cos or not?
Yes, sir. It will change into cos.
It will change. So we will write cos 60 degree. Okay, now check the quadrant. This is a quadrant. This 150 degree. This is 0, this is 90, and this is 180, and this is 270. So Bodhvika, can you tell me this 150 line which quadrant?
Second quadrant.
Very good. Just line the second quadrant. Okay, now in the second quadrant, this sign is what, positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive. Okay, now we will write the cos 60. Cos 60 means 1 by 2. This is our final answer. There's no need to note down this equation. This clear? You sign off, Vika?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yusra, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Then please try this question. To 40 degree. Okay, always use this method. Please try. And this week, please learn some values in radian. For example, 30 degree means pi by 6, 90 means pi by 2, 60 means pi by 3, 45 means pi by 4. At least from 0 to 90, learn the standard angles in radian. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Sine theta this. Minus cos 60, so 180 minus this. Very good. This correct is right. Put the value of cos 60. Put the value of cos 60. And Hudvika,
Is it
please.
1/2? 1/2?
Yes, minus 1/2.
Yes,
Final
sir.
answer.
-1/2.
Very good. Yusra, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Now please start this one. First one, cosec 390 degree. Okay. Please let me know if anyone is facing any problem in this. Hudvika, very good. This is correct. Very good.
Okay, sir.
This term.
Sir, I don't know, I'm getting stuck.
Okay.
somewhere.
So first of all, we will write like this: cosec 19 to 4 plus 30. Please check your solution. This okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now this is an even number, so cosec remain as it is. You will get a cosec 30. This correct?
Yes, sir. I'm finding difficulty in the quadrant.
And finding this value, cosec 30. Okay, quadrant. Okay. Remember this is 0. This is 90. This is 180. Okay, this 180 can be written as 90 into 2. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then we have a 270. We can write this as 90 into 3. Then we have a 360 here, which can be written as 19 to 4. Now 19 to 4 is here. Okay, so can you tell me 90? What is the location for 90 into 8?
Sorry, sir. 90 into what?
90 into 8. This one. Okay, 4 is this, then 5, 6, 7, 8. So 90 into 8 will be here again.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay, Uthika, this clear? Because you need this concept in further questions. Uthika, this clear?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
where will be 19 to 12? Again, 8 is here, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 19 to 12 will again be here. So that means the multiple of 4 will lie over here. Okay, this is a very important concept. Now, what we have this. So 19 to 4 is here. Okay, Yusra. Now in this one, please add 30. So in which quadrant the angle will lie?
First quadrant.
Again, first quadrant. Okay, so always do in this way. Get this line, add the angle, you will get the quadrant. Now in the first quadrant, this cosec is positive. You get a cosec 30, which is 2. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. And please start this one for 570. Just let me check. So this has got 570. Okay, we will divide this. 570. Okay, so 96. So this 540, 30. So this is what got 19 to 6 plus 30. This okay, Yusra? You're getting the same one?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is even this become cot 30 degree. Okay. Now count from here. 19 to 6. 19 to 4 is this. 5 is this. 6 is this. So 19 to 6, we will be at this point. Now at 30 degree. In which quadrant this angle will lie?
Third quadrant.
Third quadrant. And in third quadrant, this chord is what? Positive or negative?
It's positive.
Positive. Okay. Hudvika, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, do this, put this value 1030. So you will get what? Root 3. Okay, I hope this is clear to everyone. Please try this one, 10 for 80 degree. Okay, please do this and share your answer. Please let me know if this is done or you have a doubt in this. Yusra, very good. This is correct. This is the correct answer. Minus root 3. Hudvika, answer is minus root 3. You're getting a minus cot 30. Hudvika?
Sir, I got cot 30 only, sir.
Only cot 30, not minus cot 30.
Yes,
In which quadrant this will lie? You will check here.
first.
First, okay, let me check. 480. So 19 to 5. Sorry, 19 to 5. 450. So we will write like this: 90 into 5 plus 30 degree. Now, where does 5 will lie? 4 is here, so 5 will be at this point.
Yes,
At 30, in which quadrant we will get the angle?
first quadrant, sir.
Why first? We have this line, okay? If you will add anything here, if you will add 30 here, then you will go to the back side or to this side?
Oh, sorry, second quadrant, sir.
Second quadrant, okay? So this will be negative. Okay, and the value of quad 30 is root 3. So you will get a minus root 3.
Okay, sir.
Okay, this is standard angle cos 270. Can you tell me the value of this? We have already done this types of question. We have find the value at the boundaries. So 270 is here. Where's the value of cos 270? Where's the value? There is no need to solve this question. We have already done. Where's the value at? Very good. There's 0. Okay, Yusra, this is correct. We have this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Question number from first to fourth. Now we will try to find the value when the angle in radian. So we have one option here that we will convert the radian into degree and then we will solve it. Okay, but it will take a lot of time. So please learn the values from 0 to 90. Learn the standard values in radian. That means sine 0, that sorry, learn the values. That is, what is 30? 30 means pi by 6. What is 45? Pi by 4. What is 60? Pi by 3. What is 90? Pi by 2. And these are standard angles. For example, what is 180? What is 270? What is 360? Okay. We will normally use these angles in radian. So please learn these values. Now the first method is you can convert this into a degree and you can solve it. And while doing that, we will waste our time, because we are doing two things. We are converting into degree. Okay, but that is absolutely correct. This is your choice. You can do by that method also. Second, we will analyze some formulas. Okay. Till someday we have a class for 2 hours. Okay, I need to complete your syllabus before 17th. And Hudvika, your teacher has also given any assignment for maths?
No, sir. Actually, all of these assignments we had done them at term one itself.
Okay, okay.
Because we had only 2 months to finish all the portions. Our maths ma'am made us finish the assignments before itself for term one that time.
Okay. Now, you will take these formulas. Can you tell me that what is sine 180 degree plus theta, or we can say plus minus theta? Anyone can tell me what we will get? Or remove this minus theta, okay? Only plus theta. Anyone can tell me what we will get? Write this 180 as 90 into 2.
I'm 90 into 2 plus
Yeah.
0.
Yeah, so sine will remain sine theta, and we will get a negative sign here. This line, the second quadrant. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Uthvika, this clear?
Yes, sir.
So please remember that in 180, we will always get a 90 into 2. That means an even number. So sign will remain sine. And this sign, we can check it. This depends on the quadrant. So just remember this thing, that whenever we have a 180 degree, the sign will remain sine, and all the trigonometric ratios will remain the same. There will be no change in the trigonometric ratios. Okay. Now, what is pi, Udvika? Udvika, what is pi?
22/7.
No, not that. In radian. Convert this. This is in radian. Okay. Convert this into degree. What is pi?
180 by
180 degree. Okay, if you will convert this into a degree, you will get a 180 degree. So that means if we have a sine pi plus theta, we can always write sine theta minus. This we can decide, okay? That depends on the sign. So I'm just focusing that whenever we have a pi, the ratio will remain the same. This clear? Yusra and Uthika?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will use this concept over here. The first method, if you will get stuck, then you always have the option to convert the angle into degree, and you can solve it. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt, but I have to go work for a second, sir. Can I come back in a minute?
Okay. Okay. Uthika, we'll wait then. Okay. Okay. So yes, sir. I was saying that we will use this formula. So we have a sine 7 pi by 6. First method is we can convert this into degree and solve it. Second is we will try to solve it directly. So we have sine. Please check here. If this is 6, then please write this as 6 pi plus pi by 6. Okay. If in the denominator you have any number, then please try to break this with a number which will be divisible by 6. So here the only option is 6 pi. Now separate this. What you will get? Pi plus pi by 6. Yusra, this clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we have a pi. So sine will remain sine. We'll get what? Sine pi by 6. This clear?
Yes, sir.
Now you need to learn some standard angle. Okay, that's why I was saying that there is a need to learn the standard angle. Now what is pi? Pi means 180. So we have this. Okay, this is 180.
Sir,
Yes.
how will pi plus pi by 6 become pi by 6?
Okay, I will tell you what is pi by 6. There's 30. Okay, user, please check here. We have this sine plus theta, sine pi by theta. So what I was saying that whenever you have a pi, the trigonometric ratio will remain the same.
Oh, okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we get a sine pi by 6. Now we will check that this line which quadrant. Pi means 180. So we have here plus 30. So this line which quadrant? Yusra,
Third quadrant?
in the third quadrant, very good. And the third quadrant sign is what? Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative, okay. The negative sign, pi by 6 means 30, you would get a minus 2. This clear, Yusra?
Yes, sir. So,
Okay.
sir, that pi plus pi by 6, basically that is pi plus theta, right? Like
Yes.
pi by 6.
That,
Okay, sir.
yes, that's good. Okay. So please note down this and try this question number 6 and share your answer. Okay.
Sir, is it minus cos 30?
Yeah, that's correct. Put the value of cos 30.
Yes, sir.
Okay, user, very good. You can put the value. Then user, please try this. Cos minus 8 pi by 3. So first of all, user, please tell me what is cos minus theta. User, what is the value of cos minus theta? We have a formula for this.
Sorry, sir.
What is the formula for cos minus theta? Is it cos theta? You have already done this formula today?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so first we have a cos minus 8 pi by 3. So we will write it as cos 8 pi by 3. Okay. Then please apply the same method you have done over here. Okay. And
Yes,
tell
sir.
me and tell the answer.
So, sir, we have to split it in such a way that it is a factor of 3, right? The denominator.
Yes. Can you tell me how can we break this 8 pi?
So 6 plus 2 pi.
Very,
6 pi
very
plus
good.
2 pi.
Very good. 6 pi plus 2 pi by 3. Very good. Now please try to do that. Maybe you will face some issue over here. And again, I will. Always remember one thing, always try that here, whatever the angle you will get, that will be less than 90. Okay. So 2 pi is 360. I will tell you later on. Please try this on your own first.
Okay, sir. So then it will become cos 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3, right?
Yes. So what we will do, please always remember that we will try to change into an angle so that we will get theta here. Okay. Let me tell you this. So if we are doing in this way that 6 pi plus, you are getting this 6 pi plus 2 pi by 3, and this gave you 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3, then what is happening, if you will convert this angle into a degree, then you will get 120 degree. Okay, always try to change into an angle so that here you will get always a acute angle less than 90. So how can we write? We can use this way also, that we can write 9 pi. I will write here. We will write cos 9 pi minus pi by 3. Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we can use a positive or we can subtract it. Depends. If by using the positive one, we are getting an angle which is greater than 90, then please do not use that. Otherwise, you will face issue while selecting the quadrants. So we will use this negative one. Okay, please do this. Okay. Holzika, please leave this question number 6. Do not do this because they're similar to this one. Please check here. We have a cos minus 8 pi by 3. So we already know that cos minus theta is cos theta. So can we write like this? Cos 8 pi by 3?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and yeah, okay. And then always break this angle into two angles so that one of the angle is divisible by the denominator. So here we have a 3. So we can break it. So we can break this like this, 6 pi plus 2 pi by 3. So this becomes 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. But what happened, this angle, this is greater than 90. So we will not use this method. We will use this 9 pi minus pi by 3. We always need an acute angle over here. Otherwise, it will become very difficult to decide the quadrant. So if positive does not work, use the subtraction method. Okay. So how can we do this? Write this cos divide by 3. You get a 3 pi minus pi by 3. Okay. Now this is again a pi. So we will get a cos pi by 3. But the task is we need to check that this line up in which quadrant. So right here 0, right here pi by 2. Okay. Right here pi. Right here 2 pi by 3. No, not 2 pi by 3. Right here 3 pi by 2. Okay. And here right 2 pi. So what is mean by 3 pi? We have a 2 pi here. If you will add a pi in this, you will get this line. And if you are subtracting anything from here, you will get the second quadrant. So this line, the second quadrant sign is negative. Cos is negative, put a negative sign. This 30, you get a minus 1 by 2. This is clear. Both you can use it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So we will over our class. Okay, please note on the homework. And next Saturday we will discuss Europe. Please note down the homework NCID. Exercise 3.2. Question number 6 to 10. 6 to 10. And after this, only these questions. Okay. Just again. Plus miscellaneous. Okay, leave this. Just do this. 3.2, question number 6 to 10. And Nilkar sir tomorrow will share assignment with you. Please try to do the questions of the topics which we have already done. Okay, so exercise 3.2, 6 to 10 plus assignments. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I wanted to ask in the last question that you solved, that minus cos pi by 3, that is cos 60, right? Minus cos 60.
Yes, minus cos 60.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.